showdown. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field and Mile High. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin here in Denver, joined by Charles Davis and CD. The Broncos are looking for a turnaround here in 2023. Coming off a 5-win season and a last-place finish in the AFC West, but this doesn't feel like a last-place team.
Nor to me, because when you look at them on offense, loaded with skill position players at wide receiver and running back, and then flip it over to the defensive side of the ball, and they can compete with anyone. They make it tough to run your offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Vikings, we know all about the skill players on offense, but they're looking to make up some ground on the defensive side of the ball this season, as they were second from the bottom in total defense a year ago.
What they want to do is find a way to be more consistent on that side of the ball and not rely on making big plays late in games in order to secure victories. They want to be able to stop people earlier. That's what they're looking to do in 2023.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
On 1st and 10, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Singleton making the play defensively.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and 3rd and 8 now. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Well, the Broncos offense is set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And this defense just being manhandled here to start the drive. Good push up front, 2 big runs. This one 18 yards and another first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
If I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Williams going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Throwing is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they've always wanted to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably trolling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Oh, boy, we got a stoppage here because Kirk Cousins is shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Hall. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Back to throw, Hall. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Pushes him. Oh, he shoves himself free. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. After 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Now Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver 1st. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Off the draw, here's Williams. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
3rd down here.
Cameron Bynum there defensively.
To throw is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception. interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So the Broncos coming out now. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Throwing, Cousins. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Cousins now to throw on first down.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? That's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. N'Keal Harry, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and it's now 13-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was all finished off on the touchdown catch by N'Keal Harry. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
92 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver.
Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. First down, here's Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Cousins on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
7 yards pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now 2nd and 3.
Cousins to throw it. Got a man open. That's Harry. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Cousins.
And They'll get this underneath to Madison.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with the solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy conditions, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. But for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon God.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, 1 second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
127 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Wilson on first down.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Up the middle, it's Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. and now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Man open left side, it's Williams. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle?
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Adam Troutman from 10 yards out. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Cousins.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Russell Wilson and the Broncos set for another offensive series.
The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Burton.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Here on a Sunday night, you are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos 1st down as he's down to the 12.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Cousins now on second down.
He gets it to Addison.
And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. To the air again, it's Cousins.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
And they're going to speed things up here. A first down throw for Cousins. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Throwing again, Cousins on second and 10.
Addison hauls it in.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. Here's Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Cousins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, right? I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains, wear down the clock, and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
They run it again with Williams. shelling through the defense.
And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. 198 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.